Lenses. They are the eyes of a filmmaker. Like a painter's brush.
If this is your first time with us, allow me to extend a personal invitation for you to get your brushes and you paint along with us and chill.
Without them, you have this. But with them, you have inspiration to create something great.
Each lens has its own characteristics, quirks, and benefits.
Today we're going to test every aspect of them to understand if cinema lenses are worth it compared to still lenses.
So we engineered a unique piece to achieve what we had in mind. Oh yeah, this weird-looking rig allows us to fix together two Canon C400s. One with still lenses, in this case Canon's RF-L series lenses, and the other one with DZO Arles.
With both cameras side by side, we can test the lenses under the same lighting conditions. Because the cameras aren't in the exact same position, the composition isn't identical, but it's good enough to let us evaluate the aspects we want to compare. The first thing we noticed when testing the DZO Arles was the colors. Right out of the camera, the colors felt richer, especially in the warm tones, but without feeling too saturated. The lens also adds contrast, giving you a more pleasing image without sacrificing dynamic range by adding contrast in post. All around, we found the image from the Arles to be much more pleasing and natural feeling than the still lenses we typically use. The highlight roll-off is beautiful, the slight distortion around the edges is tasteful, and the super low t1.4 aperture gives beautiful background separation while rendering a soft and pleasing background. Somehow, DZO made a lens kit that has all the characteristics people want from a cinema lens, while merging them into a natural image with no compromise. So, should you always use cinema lenses for films and projects? Let's see in which departments these cinema lenses fall short. Obviously, there's no autofocus, which means a solo operator needs to think about his composition and his focus all at once. This can work for slow-paced projects with mostly still shots, but even with wireless focus systems like the DJI Focus Pro, it's hard for just one person to do it all. On a bigger set with wireless video transmission and a focus puller, you won't run into that issue. But for us, working as a small team, these lenses can't work for every project we do. Another thing that helps a lot when you work as a small team and operate handheld is stabilization. Thankfully, the DZO Arles are heavy, and combined with a big rig, you can walk with the camera without getting jitters in your shots. But nothing beats having stabilization in the lens. The RF lenses gave us considerably smoother shots in the same conditions. Another important thing to touch on is the fact that we're comparing zoom lenses with primes. In fast working environments, changing lenses is super time consuming and can mean the difference between a 1-day and a 2-day shoot. Of course, you can always use a cinema zoom lens like DZO's Keta zooms, but you won't get the same incredible and tasteful image that you get with the Arles. Plus, with the primes, you have access to super wide lenses like their 14mm and super tight lenses like their 135 and 180mm lenses. For us, it's either we go with still zoom lenses for efficiency or we go all in and take our time using cinema primes to get that incredible image. have the DZO Arles, and we're already planning on renting them for future projects. They are very specific tools that aren't meant for every situation, but it's completely worth it to take the time to use them when possible.
Tell us what you think of the DZO Arles and working with cinema primes for your projects. And make sure to follow us on our socials to keep up with the interesting gear we test and the projects we work on.
Well, I guess it's time to give those back. It's a sad day for us. Subscribe.
Subscribe! Please subscribe!